Video up, please. It's immediately made my viewing time thing go down quite a lot because it's a 3-minute video. I tried to make it as long as possible because usually the vegetable videos used to be 1 to 2 minutes. I thought make it longer because of the algorithms. It doesn't make any difference really. It's gone from being quite a high view to quite a very low view actually, even though not that many people have seen it yet. But if you want to go and watch my vegetable video, please watch it and then watch many other of my videos straight afterwards so that my algorithm doesn't plummet. Talking of which, oh, everyone's talking about copper, aren't they? If only it was the shiny metal, but it's not. So I was like, it's not going to affect me because I'm not really doing anything for children at all. And I when the whole thing came where have you got over 18 content? Hello Philip. When the over 18 content thing came in, and I really didn't think I had anything for over 18s, but it still got marked. And now I really don't think I've got anything for under 13s, but it still might get marked. So that's unfortunate because nothing that I've got is aimed at very, very, yes, I'm more worried about them. A very, very immature 18-year-old. That's who it's aimed at. It's just ridiculous, really. Now, I wasn't worried about it, but actually Ed, who's just joined us, he messaged me about it, and I was like, oh yes, I should look into this, and I did look into it, and then I started to get worried, and then I got over it and went, because it's a load of rubbish that probably won't affect us because it's rubbish. It doesn't make any sense. I've nothing. If YouTube really sorted it out and properly restricted, if they didn't advertise any kids adverts, then it wouldn't really be a problem. They put nothing that was a kids advert on, then it wouldn't be a problem. And if they stopped showing these videos to kids, it wouldn't be a problem. Easily. Yes, I don't think it's going to come to that really, but it might. But I mean, nothing that I've got is aimed at children. And apparently I was looking into it. It should be aimed for an audience generally. Anyway, let's get off that because and a lot of people might be affected by it, but I'm thinking logistically it's going to be very difficult. So let's see what happens when it happens, and we'll worry about it then. Anyway, since then, somebody on one of my other videos said something about a very interesting. They posted a video about a place called Garndifferth, and there was what is probably generally nonsense about somebody finding a big piece of lead that was covered in hieroglyphs and then chopping it up and selling it for scrap, which that bit maybe actually the sort of people that were workmen in the 1960s, that probably is true. And then finding the top of a pyramid. Now this is in the middle of Wales. It's not going to be a pyramid, but granted it's in a place that's full of burial mounds and like cairns. Anyway, it's full of rocks. The actual place, Garndifferth, means place of desolate rocks, something like that. And so it is basically just and weird people from far away and stuff. It's like, did they? Yeah, I'm not sure about that, Ed. But all right then. But it might make an interesting video and an interesting walk because it's very near a place called the Welfare, which has got nothing to do with like traditional. It's not like American welfare. It's actually there was a park that was built for the miners. They covered it over. I'm not surprised. A park that was built for the miners and the children of the miners and whatever. And I used to go there. My grandfather was a miner, and he was like there was like a bowling club and a Really? Oh, maybe it's the same thing. Anyway, a bowling club and a crazy golf, which I've looked on Google Maps and the crazy golf is gone. Is it? Okay, I'll take the word for it. The crazy golf is gone, but the whole thing with the it was aliens, yeah. Yeah, very much so. It's definitely then they were called Quarks with 3 A's. Anyway, there are lots of burial mounds there, which I knew about from the name of it, Garndifferth, and okay then. And also, there's a wood called Garnteg. Now, deg is a word that I've come across before because it basically means fair or pretty. But if it's a sort of like mystical fairy folk thing, in the way that they used to call the fairy folk the fair folk, so that they didn't come and murder you in your sleep and stuff. The fairy folk, so it's stones of the fairy folk wood. So even if it's nothing, it will make an interesting video, because I can go and film it and go, look, there's a burial mound. Look, you know, very much, because it's right opposite. If you saw the video that I made with, I think it's called Away with the Fairies, and the pucker and stuff like that, there's a lot of like interesting mythology and also ancient ruins that has not been explored in that part of Wales. And so, you know, I'm not going to Photoshop a pyramid in it now, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to do that. And it's probably because there's usually a lot of undergrowth. And I know I went looking for quite somewhere else. When I went to look for one of the pucker videos, I was trying to look for a big pile of stones there, which I couldn't find because it was covered in bracken, and I got completely lost, separated from my father, and I didn't know where he'd gone, and I got really worried, and I was like, well, he's disappeared, he's been abducted by the fairy folk. He hadn't, he'd just gone home and left me there. But because it was summer, it was covered in bracken. So that's one thing about trying to explore ruins and things in the summer, is you can't really see what's going on. Whereas if I go in the winter, then there's a lot of dyed back sort of undergrowth, and so I should be able to see things. So I've washed my hair and it's gone a bit crazy again. As it does whenever I do anything with it, really. Anyway, so that is something that's very interesting. I am back in Wales for Christmas. Of course I am. My mother would never forgive me if I didn't go back for Christmas. Have to go there. It's obligatory. You know, you can't not, really. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to do, and it's going to be fun, and it's going to be amazing, and I'm going to see everything, and I'm going to see my friends, and I'm going to see people, and I'm going to go up the gun, and I'm going to see things that I haven't seen before. Because I know when I used to go to the welfare park when I was a kid, I'd look behind the Crazy Golf, and it was just like, it's creepy. It's very creepy, because it's right at the top of the mountain, and I look over, it was all covered in rocks and stones and scrabbly stuff, and it'll be like, oh, that's spooky. So now I'm going to see what it is. Spooky. And I think, well, I'm pretty sure she used to live up there. What about it? Then, when I'm back, and I will film it. So I've been, for the last couple of months, I was like, when is 7 of 9 coming into it? Now, I really like Kess, and I don't think it's very nice the way they got rid of her. You're seeing a lot of buffering. I'm sorry. I can't do anything about that. It's just the internet. I'm working. Buffer, 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 buffer. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, buffer? No. Anyway, have I come back? Am I back? I'm all right on this end. It might cut out at any minute. So, so Voyager. I'm for 7 of 9, because it would have been quite interesting to have Kess and 7 of 9. Yeah, ice pack at the ready, you're right. Yeah, so, no, that was not a good story. Go in the freezer with me. It was not a nice story, really. I think she's not doing too well, and it would have been nice if they kept her. So yeah, although I do like 7 of 9, that's not the point. Anyway, I'm in the freezer, so shall I show you what I bought this week? Now, every time I see anything gluten-free, or I've lost people, that's because it buffered. Anytime I see anything gluten-free and or vegan, I get absolutely like, whoa, I must have that. This is right. So I went into the co-op on the way home from some work the other day, and I saw they had, it said everything in our party section in this co-op is gluten-free, and I went, ooh, and it turned out most of it's vegan as well. So I got this Indian, 2 for £4 it was, so I got 2 lots of 4. Indian style sharing section, that's nice. That's got samosas and cauliflower poppers, which are not the sort of poppers you're thinking of. Whatever you're thinking of, whether you're thinking of the party poppers or the party poppers. Hello, Vin. You're the one that's... I've just been talking about the video you directed me to, and I'm going to go and do a video of the same place with the rocks. And this is Asian style sharing selection, that's really nice. That's sort of... and then I got... what is it? And then I got some spring rolls. I was missing spring rolls. Spring rolls. What is vegan but not vegetarian? Well, if it's got milk or egg, then it's not vegan. This has got no milk or egg in it. Now, as I am not a vegan, I am just mostly vegan, I do sometimes go. So I had these, which are vegetarian, and they don't have any milk in them, but they do have egg. Now, this is very much like the other things that I had. It's like they're So close. You'd think they'd... Whoops! I dropped them on the floor. You'd think they would replace the egg with... Because there's loads of things you can replace egg with. Easily. Like just chickpea water or gram flour. But they don't think about that, is there? Vegan is no animal byproducts, exactly. So you can't eat honey or milk or eggs or anything like that. Or insects if you're a vegan. But you can't eat those if you're a vegetarian. So you can eat them if you're a survivalist. Anyway, so I'm hoping this is cold enough for this. But yeah, what's happened there? I'm getting notification from elsewhere. So yes, I got that. So what was I saying? Other things about rice. So I was talking about Voyager, and I was talking about vegan, gluten-free party food. Yum, 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 yum. And I was talking about, what was I talking about? Plants are byproduct of animals. Well, of course they are. Everything really is a byproduct of animals when you come down to it. And really, it's just, we don't really know enough about plants to, anyway. I don't know, don't be picky. It's just trying to be nice to things, isn't it? Trying to be ethical and good to the environment, good to other living things. So don't question me on it. I didn't make the rules. Anyway, so that's that. What was I talking about? I made this video, what did I call it? Rocks and, what did I call it? Vox and Space. Oh! Doctor Who, of course, the Doctor Who, because it was the anniversary, the 56th anniversary? I might be wrong, of Doctor Who starting on the BBC yesterday. And they released a trailer, which looked quite interesting. There was Cybermen and other things and bow ties. Bow ties is good. And some stuff. I can't remember what stuff. Oh, and Stephen Fry. So that was what is coming up in Doctor Who. So that's quite interesting. But it's just disappointing there's no Christmas special. And it's disappointing that there might or might not be. There might not be a New Year special. But the series is starting early next year. So are there giant maggots? Are you talking about Doctor Who or whether you can eat them if you're a vegetarian? Fry and Henry. What? Lenny Henry. Oh, he was in there. I was like, is that Lenny Henry? And I thought, no, is Lenny Henry definitely in it? Because I was like, is that Lenny Henry? And I was like, no, Lenny Henry's not that young and skinny. That can't be Lenny Henry. And I thought, I'm mistaken. It must be someone else. Is Lenny Henry? Oh, see, he's changed. He's obviously looking after himself and being on a bit of a diet. Anyway, he looked very young. What else? What else? I can't even remember what's going on. Yes, hopefully this is cold enough and it won't heat up. Is it buffering? Is it buffering? Is it not buffering? And so, yes. So, back to copper, I think. Yeah, not now. Good evening. Good evening, Terry. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, so I was thinking of making more children content a couple of months ago, and I didn't get around to it. This is probably a good job, because that would have been a disaster. War of the Worlds. Now, I saw War of the Worlds last week, and I was like, that's all right. Shall I watch it this week? I don't know. I did start watching his Dark Materials, and I've got to say, I didn't like it. It was very boring and ponderous, and a little bit too worthy, and I was like, ugh. Now, I haven't read the books. Maybe if I read the books, I'd be going, what an amazingly splendid adaptation this is. Oh, it's so faithful to it. Or maybe I wouldn't. I don't know, because I haven't read the books. Maybe I'd be going, it's a travesty. It's nothing like the books. Who knows, because I haven't read the books. Because Philip Pullman is very much like the content on YouTube. Aimed at children, but not really aimed at children. Is it children's content or is it not? Very much like, if J.K. Rowling was on YouTube, she'd be in trouble, wouldn't she? Yeah, because it's, oh no, it's not for children, but it is for children. I don't even know what's going on with it. Oh, the world is insane. The fact that you can't swear and be explicit on YouTube because that's offensive, and you can't be friendly and appealing to all ages and being inoffensive because that's not right. So what is the future? We're just gonna have to nothing. That's it, nothing. I mean, I have noticed that some of the videos that were flagged as unsuitable for advertising, all but one of them is all right now, I think. The one that is I did a sort of RIP to Michael Jackson and Farrah Fawcett, and then all the others. But I think it might actually be because of some of the ones that were flagged as unsuitable for advertising, which I don't think they were, like my one where I'm not at all naked, where I'm just showing my shoulders and talking about my fat abs. That got flagged as not suitable for advertising. Now it's like, I'm wearing under that towel a top and some jeans. I'm completely not naked. I've got like 4 layers on, more layers than I usually do. It's like, my shoulders are offensive, are they? Well, maybe they are, but really? Anyway, so I think I took the advertising off that, which is a shame because at one point that was my most, that actually wasn't my most lucrative. My most lucrative ad one was the one where I'm talking about my nose strip, and that was coincidentally with the Michael Jackson one because everyone started saying that I look like Michael Jackson in that, and that is the one that made the most money for me. And I was just like, no, I don't look like Michael Jackson. And I'm not mentioning Michael Jackson here at all. Anyway, 4 layers. I know, 4 layers. 4 layers of clothes, and I'm still indecent and not suitable for YouTube. My thoughts on Brexit, by the way, are that it's a silly idea and it never should have happened. And if you are going to do it, fair enough. Maybe there's an argument to be said. I mean, I don't think that it's a good idea, but if you were going to do it, you should have done lots of planning in advance, make sure you know what's going to happen, and then ask for Brexit. Not ask for Brexit and then go, oh no, what shall we do? Dither. Hello, Ed Edits. Haven't seen you for a while. Wow, everybody's coming out today. Coming out to play. Hooray, 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 hooray. Yes, everyone go and watch my video. This is my video, a different video, my vegetable video. Yay. Well, I don't age. What, have you not seen me for a while? I don't age, no. I'm immortal and a mortal being. You keep missing my live shows. Yes, a lot of people miss me. I've got, I think, 4,056. I've got 2 more today. 4,056 subscribers. It hasn't really gone up that much for years. And about 14 of them watch my videos at any one time. Not sure why. Yeah. Oh, I see. See. You're just new to me, but you haven't seen me. No, 2006, I was only 8 or 9, probably. That's a lie. It's getting very cold in England. Very cold indeed. So now I am older than 8 or 9. Yes. Oh, goodness me. Yes, I'm the same age that I always was. I'm the same age. I do not age. I'm an ageless, immortal being. I'm a vampire. Yay. Am I? See, this is how to get rid... No, I don't want any children on my channel. I'm a vampire. An immortal vampire. Of course not children. Yeah, anyway, so, what was I saying? I am a vampire. Haha. Meh. And it's my natural hair colour as well. It is, actually. I did put some henna on it at one point, but the henna ran off. It didn't ran off, it sort of ran off, because it's like temporary. But at the moment, it's just the colour that it was always. It's the colour that it should be. I think I dyed my hair in the early 2000s as well, sort of bright red. But that's definitely gone by now, because even if some things haven't changed, my hair is very much... I mean, whatever hair it was, is if I kept growing it forever, it would have been down to the end of the street, because this is different hair, because that is definitely what's changed. I've got different hair. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't know. So it's nice to have new people coming to visit me. Hello, thank you for coming to visit me. And people that I haven't seen for ages. Wow, it's like a party. It's like an amazing party. Thank you very much for subscribing. Yes. Thank you very much. That's nice. Yes, it is good to see how people have changed over the years. There's some really YouTubers from way back that are still making videos, and you don't really watch them anymore. I don't really think about them anymore. And then you go, oh, they're still there. I didn't know. Some of them got millions of subscribers, and I had no idea that they were there. One person that I used to watch a lot of is Zipster, and he's still making videos. Yes, different. It is different. Yeah, very much so. It's very much different to see things. Am I different or I'm not different? Bohem I'm talking to. Anyway, Thank you. Yeah, it's a good job, Lunatic HD, because that's all I do is ramble and ramble all day. Ramble, sometimes literally and sometimes figuratively, because I do go on a lot of rambly videos. Like as I said, I'm going to go on a ramble to see all the burial mounds near my, not my hometown, but my father's hometown. He's not living there anymore, but I'm going to go up there. It's where my grandmother lived for years and years and years and years and years and years and years. But she's not alive anymore, but I don't think she's in the burial mounds because that would be very creepy indeed, because the burial mounds are like 3,000 years old. And yes, yes, that's when my grandmother was born, 3,000 years ago, because we're both immortal. She's not dead, she's still alive. Oh, I wish she was. I'm sad now. Anyway, yeah, it's good to catch up with people. That's very true. It's good to catch up with me. I am interested in English culture. That's nice. English culture is nice. Welsh culture and Scottish culture and all cultures. I'm interested in any cultures. I'm just thinking of yogurt now. Yogurt. I don't like yogurt because it's made of milk. I'll eat vegan yogurt. No, cultures. Yes, I'm interested in all sorts, comparative cultures. Any country that you talk to me about, I'll be interested in the culture of that country. So as much as I'm not English, so it's all different to me. But yeah, I'm sure it's very interesting. It is very interesting, and it's also English culture is a mix of many different cultures because it is a bit of a sort of mongrel nation. I think Eddie Izzard said it was. It's a mixture of lots of different cultures that have come in and brought their own individual colour and amazingness and interesting features. So that's always good. The sort of montage, a stew, yeah, a yes, I overheated. So I overheated from talking about national identity. That's a very heated topic. No, as I was saying, potpourri, before I got cut off, my dad called his art exhibition potpourri. Is it? Okay, potpourri. And we went to, which castle was it? Chepstow Castle? A castle. And he got talking to some French people and told them about his art exhibition, because they're very chatty, my parents. And the French people pointed out that potpourri basically means like rotten stuff. It's just it's like a rubbish bin, really. And that's true. But in Britain, obviously, we've taken that rubbish bin approach and we've sort of placed our national identity as a potpourri, a big rubbish bin of all the stuff that nobody else wanted. And we've got it and we've gone yum, yum, yum. That sounds delicious. Yeah, anyway, I don't know where I'm going with that. So, yeah, I'm in the freezer again. I'm in the freezer, putting some corn on the back of this. Corn. It isn't vegan corn because vegan corn is not gluten-free. It's not good. That's what's stopping me from being vegan, really. No, because I'm Welsh, but I am British. I am British. It's a different thing. Yes, so, whatever, because, and I am absorbed into the English culture, I suppose. I've lived here for a long time now, being an immortal vampire, but, yeah, so I do my best, but I'm not really. But I have started learning Welsh lately, which is good, because even though I'm from Wales, I've never really got into that culture of Wales thing. I'm not a nationalist at all, in any way. Although, I did have a show about how I was trying to reclaim my Welsh identity. And then somebody I met somebody in Edinburgh when I was doing it, who is from quite near to me, actually. Yes, British, yeah, who's lived quite near to me and had learnt Welsh and said, do you speak Welsh then? And I was like, no, don't be ridiculous. And he was like, what? No, I'm not a Welshist, but I am learning Welsh and I'm reconnecting with my Welsh identity because it's very interesting. But it's frustrating because I'm like watching the Welsh TV and going, well, I've learnt, like, it's almost exactly a year since I started learning Welsh and I don't feel like I know any Welsh, which is very sad. Although somebody said gwahanol just then and I knew what they meant, so
I obviously, some things have got absorbed, really. Something's got absorbed. Anyway, can I say a sentence in Welsh? Bragad in Cymraeg. That's probably not right, but that was me. That's a Tim problem. That was me trying to say a sentence, literally, in Welsh, but I forgot what the word for sentence was. Me being stupid. I can probably say a sentence in Welsh. I was actually supposed to go to a Welsh craft fair today and then go to meet some Welsh-speaking new dysgu'r Welsh learners and talk with them, but I forgot. So I'll never get to speak Welsh to anyone ever because I keep forgetting to do stuff. Anyway, I don't know what the last thing that somebody said to me there was because it went, but somebody said something and then it went. Right, so I should probably sign off now because even though I'm in the freezer, this is definitely going to heat up again soon. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, no parking. Quite right, Josephine. No parking. No parking here. Just let's move on. I was going to say smoothio, but that's ironing. Smeedle. That's, I think, mobile. Moving. I don't know. Anyway, I'm definitely going to overheat. Yeah, I'm not going to overheat. I'm going to freeze to death, and this is going to overheat anyway. So bye-bye. I'll see you soon. I might go and see War of the Worlds now. Bye-bye.